Should we try that again? Take two. Exciting for you guys who've seen me twice today, right? Said my connection was unstable, so I decided I'd come out and then come back in, and here I am. So I'm turning up for a little bit of an impromptu, unplanned divine play session with you guys today, and I feel like it's as much for me as it is for you. Maybe I'm connecting to an energy of what you guys are asking for, what you guys are needing, but more than anything, I feel like I'm craving a little bit of connection with my YouTubers, with my people who are ready and wanting to welcome the change. So just as a little bit of a intro before we get going, remember, you are a powerful creator of change. It's written into your soul that you are a change maker. Now, don't think on a soapbox, have to change the world. Think creating change in your life. Think breathing, think blinking, think your body evolving and growing and repairing. Think every single cell working, existing, doing what it's designed to do. You are a powerful creator of change. So it makes no sense to not welcome change. If it's something that you do inherently as a part of you, if you are repellent or resistant to change, it's a bit like you're repellent or resistant to who you really are. And my bag is to make you comfortable, to make you love all that you are. My bag is to, I don't know, bring you to the life that you want to live and the change that you want to create in that life. So when I talk about creating change, again, it doesn't mean that you have to be creating worldwide change. That's what I'm here to do. Doesn't mean that that's necessarily what you want to do with your life. But in every moment that you evolve, in every moment that you grow, in every moment that you make anything, from a cup of tea to a few steps across the room, you are creating change because you are creating. I often say in my Pilates classes that every time you do a movement, you are moving from a different body the next time you do the same movement. So do not expect it to feel the same. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But there's one thing that you can expect. There's one thing that you can be sure is coming in this divine play session, and that is to expect the expected. Change is coming knocking for you. I am, with divine play and divine dance, bringing potent power and serious love to divine change. So if you're joining me for this, expect change to come. And not only that, expect that divine play will lead you to what feels great divinely. So it's not any old change, it's important. It's relevant change. It's taking you to what feels great divinely. That is immense. That means that you don't even have to know what that change is, but it is what is important for you, for your whole self. Be that your energetic minds, be that your soul, be that your energy holdings, be that your inner being threads, be that the physical cells of your body. The change that's coming from doing this session with me today is potent, is powerful, is important for you. So should we get going? Okay, so all I want you to do is just stand for me if you're not already. And I want you to stretch your arms as wide as you can. I've got a funny morning eye. So pull your arms wide and now close down through your eyes. And I really want you to feel like you're reaching out from your armpits and all the way out of your little fingers. And then here I want you to see if you can heavy your chest and drop down through your shoulders. I want you to see if you can push your chin back and up behind your ears, getting that head on top of your spine. And then again, check that reach through your collarbones and through the top tips of your shoulder blades, and check that heavying of your chest. See if you can hold for 3, 2, 1, and then drop those arms down. Let them swing and sway wherever they fall. And now take your feet a little bit wider and encourage yourself to come into a twist. It's a free flow twist, which means that you don't have to think about where it is that you're going. You can just allow the middle of the body to lead you. If you go quick enough, those arms will flail around. So be careful you're not there to hit anything. Maybe this is bringing exactly what you need in the moment. Now know that you can keep your head steady looking at the computer screen with me, or you can allow that neck to get involved as you look over the back shoulder. Maybe that feels good. And this is what we're going to practice today. As I turn the volume up on what feels good, we're using feels good as your internal sat-nav. And where's it sat-naving you to? To you, to truly you. Now don't think about this as spiritual bullshit. It is spirituality. This is spirituality because you are spirituality. But it's not rubbish. What it is, bringing you to truly you, is every single cell in your body working as it's designed to work, be those non-physical cells or physical cells. So if it's easy for you to think, okay, I'm doing these movements now with Bryony, and that's going to help some cells of my muscular system or my musculoskeletal system or my neuromuscular system, maybe you can get on board with that I'm stretching muscles out that are too tight, that I'm encouraging movement from places that where it's restricted. Know that it's bigger than that. It's not only your musculoskeletal system, it's all systems of your body because it's every single physical cell. It's also non-physical cells. So it is bringing change potentially to your energetic minds, to your soul, to your energy holdings. Okay, let's stop that swinging. Go gently as you come back to center. Let the arms settle. And now we're going to heavy through that chest as we lift the shoulders in front of the ears, peel them back and drop them down. We're squeezing those shoulders forwards, heavy chest as you lift and squeeze back. Now let's come back to that idea of what feels good, being your sat-nav. It's guiding you to truly you, to every single cell in your body doing what it's designed to do. That means you're going to be welcoming change, potentially in places that you don't even know that you want change, but that's leading you towards what's important. Maybe there's a boost to your immune system. Maybe there's a flush out of your lymphatic system. Maybe there's a exuding from the aspects of your soul. Maybe there's some intelligence or understanding and a drop into your conscious mind. Maybe there's a quietening of the dripping tap of your subconscious mind. Maybe as you're doing these movements, you're feeling the soothing. From here, we're going to start to lift those arms up now. We're going to lift your chest and lift your chin as you look up to the ceiling. Pull the arms wide, lengthen the neck, drop the chest as those arms come down. So at your T-shape, you're stretching wide and then lifting your chest, lifting your chin. Keep going. I want you to do 3 more of these. Feel that movement. You might even hear, if I go quiet, sounds of change within your spine. That was changing itself there as my spine shifted, caught my throat. So 2 more to go. If I go quiet, can you hear the change? A popping, a crackling. I could go so far as to say it doesn't matter what movement we do. We could now, as those arms come down, go head, shoulders, knees, toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. I could go so far as to say it doesn't matter what movement I do because the energetic change that's coming is coming hard and fast and it's assured with love. So that means that any change that's coming is only ever going to be good. Okay, so from here, where do we want to go? I feel like we want to stretch up. So take one arm underneath you as the other arm swings up and over. You're going to lean your body over to the side. And then you're going to come back the other way. Switch the arms. Let's go the other way. Now you might be pulled to feelings of sensation with your body. Stretch, movement, work, tension that you want to release. Maybe so. Don't get het up on it. Remember, you're not choosing the change. You're just looking for potentially where you might want change. You're looking for potentially where change has already come. Now, take those arms wide again. We're going to start to rotate them. So turn one palm down and one palm up, and then see if you can snake this. See if you can keep your body still for the first few. And then, like a dance on the dance floor, divine dance is coming in as we're allowing that shoulder to roll forwards and my spine is starting to snake. You can get your head involved with this one. Maybe you look down to the toe of the side of the palm that's turning up. You might feel some aches here. You might feel some release. You might want to bring a softness. You might want to bring a dance move in. Now, I'm not saying this is where you're going to go on the dance floor, but don't you want to be first on the divine dance floor? Don't you want to be the one who's stepping up to the buffet of change and going, hell, this is what I want. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to be truly me. Why? Because when you are truly you, my friend, you're being called to unity of you divine. And when that is where you exist, when you exist as truly living with every single cell in your body designed, doing exactly what it's designed to do, we start to get rid of those habitual patterns. We start to get rid of the fact, get rid of the things that you're not here to endure. We're going to start to two-step. So I want you to step and I want you to click. And I want you to feel the joy in this. Nobody's watching. You guys are watching me. If I can do it with you guys watching me live on YouTube, then you can do this in your house. Do I know what the changes it's bringing for you? No. Will it be the same every time? Maybe. Maybe not. Because it's the change that you most need. It's the change that your cells are calling for. 2 more. And now, keep those feet wide. We're going to start to sway those hips from side to side. You'll notice that very naturally my arms came into that movement. I want you to free flow this. You might start to twist. Imagine now you're going to close your eyes and you are first on that divine dance floor. Maybe there's a flash mob going on. Maybe you're a part of that flash mob. Maybe you're leading that flash mob. Be confident now that you know the moves because the moves are you. People are copying you. You're not on your own on the dance floor, or maybe you are. You're on the dance floor and no one can see you. It's a dark, silent disco, but you've got your music on, the music that you like. No one can see you dancing. You may as well be in your kitchen, except for one thing, and that's connection. Connection with all the people around you, dancing. Connection with the fact that you are loving your music. It doesn't matter if they're loving, if it's the same music as someone else's, because they're loving theirs. And in that, there is a shared joy. And this is what we're doing here. Divine dance allows you to share experiences. It doesn't matter if I'm dancing to music in my head and you're dancing to music in your head. It doesn't matter if you're more of a two-stepper and I'm more of a R&B mixer-upperer. It doesn't matter. What matters is that in this experience, divine dance is bringing you to the buffet of change that you can select, that your energy is choosing. You don't even need to know why. You don't even need to know what it is that you're choosing. You just need to trust that what's coming at you right now, as silly as this might be, is exactly what's needed, is exactly what's important for you. That sat nav of what feels good. And if it doesn't feel good, you stop. Maybe in this moment it feels good to close your eyes, bring some stillness. Connect to your breath. That heart rate might be up. That breathing might be spiking. Feel it. This is change in your body right now that you're feeling. Allow this physical change to lead you and connect you. And allow you to feel the energetic change. Can you feel the flows of energy? Can you feel the tingles? Can you feel a desire to move? Can you feel a desire to stay still? So right now you're going to align to what feels good. I don't know what feels good. Don't panic. I'm turning the volume up. For some of you, it might be the tiniest of movements. For others of you, you're going to go back to your dancing. For others of you, stillness and equilibrium is exactly where you want to be right now. And for others of you, and there might be more than one, we're going to go to a dance in stillness. Dancing without moving. Keep those eyes closed. In your stillness now, visualize the dancing. Feel your body dancing to the rhythm of the music. It might be a different dance to the one that you were just doing. It certainly is in mine. I can feel the sway of the music. Divine dance is bringing me the movement that I want to be moving, but outwardly, it's imperceptible. You guys can't see me moving, but inside, my cells are dancing. My cells are playing. Picture it. You might be simply visualizing yourself on the dance floor. You might be recalling and remembering a time where you were dancing. It doesn't matter. Allow your cells to experience that feel. Allow your cells to feel the movement without moving, to feel the joy without dancing. There's powerful energy being shared with you right now. We're bringing you to true. I'm untethering you from things that are not, they're just not you. They're not serving you because they're not you. There was a time where the outline that you're standing in was you, but you've changed, you've evolved and you've grown, but yet you're still trying to squish yourself into the same shape. Allow yourself now to grow, to get taller, to get bigger, to get smaller, to get stronger, to get softer. Allow yourself now to see the path lit up. The path to where? To divine unity of you. And what's divine unity of you? Divine unity of you is you as all that you can be, all that you are, and all the change that you want from this physical human experience. Unity of you, divine, holds an energetic recognition of we physical humans, divine statement, which means that you're energetically recognizing how important this physical existence is and how important you are because you chose it. You are a powerful creator of change, and the change that you want to create is important. The life that you want to live, that's the change you want to create. The life you want to live is important. And you are important because nobody else can bring the change that you bring. You, my friend, are needed, but you are most needed in divine unity of you. This is when you experience. This is when you connect to others, to yourself. But it's true experience and true connection because you are truly you in those moments. It's the difference between having a conversation with someone and showing all of you and giving them the permission to show up as all of them. And the connection that comes from that, the experiences that come from that connection, even if you're just sitting on the sofa and chatting or walking or eating dinner or watching telly together, you will connect to that experience in a far different way. You will experience the high energies that are flowing at you now with me. You will divinely love living those divine moments because it's what you came here for. You came here with good reason, and your divine reason for choosing a physical human existence was to live this life as you. And my passion is bringing you back to you. You haven't lost yourself. You're not a watered down version of yourself. You've just collected things along the way that are stopping you from moving in the way that you can, stopping you from playing and dancing. You're a little bit shackled to, and it's shackling that potentially you've chosen for yourself because at times those shackles helped you to feel stable and safe and grounded. Well, now, my friend, lean on me. You are never more stable and more safe than when you are you. Allow me to turn up what feels good so you know that you can navigate to that safe place. Your safest place is unity of you divine. It's like coming home. You don't need to shackle yourself to feel safe anymore. You don't need to restrict your living so that at least I'm safe in my shackles. It's time to take the shackles off your feet so you can dance, so you can play. And there are no rules. There are no rules. There is no right and wrong. We need to redefine it. Because any rules that stop you being you, existing as you, experiencing as you, and connecting to others as you is wrong. Even if society says those rules are right and this is the way to live, if it's making you less of you, it's wrong. So let's redefine right and wrong as truly you or shackled to an untruth. And then come to me. Let me unshackle you. Let me untether you and tether you to truth. I can shackle you to truth. You like the feeling of shackled because it brings you security and safety? Let's shackle you to truth. Let's bring you to unity of you divine. And let's make that house where you want to stay. Let's build up the walls. Let's make it a house that's so comfy and exactly what you want that you never want to leave. We don't need to tie you there because you won't want to go. But what I can do is call you there. That's the shackling. It's not so much a shackling as it is a travelator. And it's a fun travelator. It's one of those really bouncy ones that you can run along. And it's, if you're tired, it's comfy enough that you can lie down on it. But the travelator is calling you. Looks like another dance move, right? I'm pretty sure that used to be a dance move. Beside the point, it's divine play. Makes me giggly. I can't help it. So where was I? Yeah, it's calling you. It's calling your soul. And it's saying, hey, over here is where it feels good. Heck, over here is where it feels great divinely. Do you want to come and live over here? Do you want to do what you're experiencing now from over here? Because the experience you're going to get is so different. You want to connect with that person that you love from over here? Because when you're connecting as truly you, you're going to connect in so much of a different way. You're going to be seen. You're going to be understood energetically. You're going to be accepted. Why? Because your unity of you divine starts to call them to their unity of you divine. And unity of you divine holds that intense energetic recognition and appreciation for every physical human. Unity of you divine is a place from which we look at each other and go, you are immense. How do I know you're immense? Because you're here. Because you chose a physical human existence. Not only are you immense, but you've got some kind of magic to bring that no one else can bring. I want your magic. I want your magic. That's why I'm so passionate about drawing you guys to unity of you divine. I want your magic. I want this whole world to have the magic that only you can bring, because ain't nobody else can bring that. The whole world is a better place when each of us are truly you. It means divine experiences. It means divine connections between us. It means more divine love of our living. And guess what? If we live in a world where it becomes easier to divinely love our living, we're going to love our living more. We're going to bring even more of us. We're going to grow. We're going to expand. And that's all going to happen with love, with joy, with fun, with ease. No more grafting. No more facing the challenge of change and choosing whether I want it or not. Change is your friend. Change does not have to be hard. What's hard is resisting change. You're being pulled along. You're being called anyway by change. The resistance to change is a resistance to part of you. The only reason that feels hard is because half of you is holding on while half of you is going this way. And it feels like you're being split down the middle. Let's stop splitting you down the middle. All we need to do is unshackle you and dance our way to divine unity of you. Dance your way to true. Dance your way to free. You're probably still dancing. You'll be dancing with my words now. You'll be dancing internally with the energy I'm flowing at you. Divine play is here and it's bouncing you around. If you can't feel it, join another live session. They build up incrementally. Why? Because you're getting closer and closer to divine unity of you. And like I said, when you're living in divine unity of you, you start to divinely experience. This is an experience. This is a connection in your life right now. If you want more from it, do more of them. Come to these experiences and these connections with me in divine unity of you, and you will start to feel even more potency to the change. You know what it's like? You start stepping along the road. You quite like the road. You walk a bit faster. You quite like the road. You start to run. It feels really good. You're now dancing your way towards where you want to go. Those first few steps don't have to be hard, but what's hard is choosing to take the first step. What's hard is pulling against the shackle. What's hard is choosing the direction in the first place. And guess what? Divine play and divine dance take all of that hardness away, because you don't have to choose. You just have to come and expect the change and know, like really know and really trust. Trust in who? In me, in God, but mainly in you. Trust that you is an immense physical human. Trust that you have divine reason for being here. Trust that you have magic that no one else can bring, and it is important to you and the life that you're living, as much as it's important to everyone else in this world that you live your life in divine unity of you, that you are truly you. It's what I want for you. It's like what I want for me. Take a moment. Close your eyes if they're not already closed, and let's just connect to your breath for a moment. Feel that breath now like a fountain pulling up from the base of your pelvis and spilling out of the middle of your chest. Pulling up from the middle of the pelvis and spilling out of the middle of your chest in all directions, like an upside down hose pipe that's running over the top. But there's a pressure to it, so it's kind of shooting out and flowing in all directions. Turning up the power on that hose now, and it's not spilling over as much as it's shooting straight out of the crown of your head, like a light beam. You are the lighthouse. You are the lighthouse that I am lighting with divine play and divine dance. I'm turning up your light, and your light is rippling out and reaching to others, and it's calling for their light. Come to these sessions for you. Find divine unity for you first, my darling. For you first, my friend. But know that as you step towards divine unity of you, your lighthouse is shining bright, and it's calling others right now. It's calling those that you love, your family, your kids, your friends, and it's calling to people that you've never met. It's calling to non-physical, to bring them to divine unity of you. It's maybe even calling to non-physical who are yet to come and have a physical existence. It's reminding non-physical who have had a physical existence of theirs. Those light beams are lighting up and rippling out. And I don't want you to think of it like a ripple. I want you to think of it as like a projection of light. But your light calls to certain other lights. You can turn on specific other lights because of who you have connections with pre this physical experience. They will be those closest to you, but there'll also be others that you've never met, that have crossed your path energetically, potentially. Maybe an author of a book that you've read. Maybe an actress in a film that you don't even know what her name is. Maybe someone that you passed on the street. Maybe years ago you were in an airport at the same time that somebody else was, and you never even spoke. Maybe it's someone that you'd never even crossed paths with. Maybe you knew them pre this physical experience. You did. So the lights that you wake up are based upon those bonds and those connections that you already have. Therefore, each of those lights that you wake up, they have different connections to you. They have a connection back to you, so their light constantly keeps reminding you to shine yours, but they then go out and light others. And they then go out and light others. And if you haven't seen my video on Pay It Forwards, check it out. This is the essence of Pay It Forwards, because those numbers get big, and they get big quick. The main difference to pay it forwards is that we're not looking externally. We're not standing here as a physical human and going, my worth is dependent upon who I can save, who I can change, who I can help. No. You first. You first. You bring you to you. That's where your focus remains. And then naturally, especially when you do this with me, because we soul call down those connections, down those intertwined bonds, they're called, and we call others like a whisper. Nobody's dragging anybody anywhere, but there's a whisper of change. The winds of change, the balls of change start rolling. Something drops onto somebody's radar. Somebody's a little bit more open when that comes up on their Facebook newsfeed. A conversation is remembered, and the winds of change start beckoning. The turn up of what feels good is felt, and they go, hey, come join us over here. Maybe this is where you want to be. You is calling. Divine unity of you is calling. Answer the call. Step towards all that you can be, all that you are in this moment, and all that you want for your life. Let's get busy living life. Life is for living, and life is for loving. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again soon. Big love.